Dr. Mario is dead, and Nintendo pulled the plug. Find out more about this legacy mobile game, why it's gone, and stay tuned till the end to discover a few alternatives if you're still missing your white coat and pesky virus frenemies. In January of 2019, Dr. Mario World was announced as the latest addition to Nintendo's mobile gaming lineup. Co-developed by Nintendo EPD, Line Corporation, and NHN Entertainment, the game was finally released on July 9th, 2019. In traditional Dr. Mario franchise fashion, a virus outbreak has occurred in the Mushroom Kingdom, infecting the residents, and Dr. Mario and cohorts must attempt to eliminate all of the viruses on screen by connecting matching colored capsules. Dr. Mario World operated using a free-to-play, standard mobile game approach, with each level being designed rather than random, and the location of the viruses and blocks were predetermined. The player had to complete the level with a certain number of capsules, with various obstacles increasing in difficulty as the levels progressed. Depending on the stage, various obstacles would appear on the screen, including empty blocks, brick blocks, ice, bubbles, cages, and hidden viruses. Helpful objects like shells, exploders, and skill chargers would also appear among the viruses, which would help the player clear out viruses in the same row and eliminate surrounding viruses. The app was intended to support servers and pay for creative labor through in-game microtransactions in the form of purchasing items to give the player advantages, including power-ups, new Doctor player characters like Dr. Bowser, Dr. Luigi, and Dr. Peach, and each Doctor also had their own special advantage depending on the stage type. Special items could be used before each stage, and players could purchase the items with diamonds or coins. Sadly, on July 28, 2021, Nintendo announced that they would be ending service for the game starting on October 31st, but did not give a reason as to why. A likely culprit of the closure is rumored to be due to a lack of revenue. If we compare Dr. Mario World to some of Nintendo's previous mobile games, we can begin to see which games survive and which are canned. For example, Miitomo was shut down in 2018, likely due to lack of interest and monetization. Super Mario Run generated $56 million in revenue the first year as a pay-to-play app. But then Pokémon Go changed it all, and it's now the model for Nintendo's free-to-play games, as it became the fastest mobile game ever to reach $500 million in revenue in only 2 months. And it also raised Nintendo's value by $17 billion. That really shows you the power of a good performing mobile game. Fire Emblem Heroes, like Dr. Mario, utilizes a free-to-play model, but the game made $300 million with in-game purchases in its first year, and it has since made $656 million in lifetime revenue. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is also free-to-play and is estimated to have made at least $50 million during the first 10 months. And finally, Dragalia Lost released the year before Dr. Mario World and generated over $100 million in less than a year. Based on the previous games, we can surmise that Dr. Mario World, like Miitomo, wasn't able to make enough revenue to turn a profit to support the servers and updates needed to continue service. That being said, we can't help but be disappointed that the game wasn't able to stay active or live offline, since all of the work was already created, designed, and was able to be played solo in single-player mode. We're still a little, a lot, salty that it couldn't be converted to an offline app. Sure, there are probably a lot of background development issues to consider, but this game was our go-to for airports and doctor's office waiting, and will be sorely missed. Maybe a Switch eShop port could happen in the future, or even better, a full-on Dr. Mario game for Switch. Alas, we might be getting our hopes up, but we can dream, right? Closure of Dr. Mario World is sad for fans of the series and casual time killers, but it's also a lingering concern for the fate of game preservation, which is a huge problem in the mobile gaming sector. Anybody remember Flappy Bird? Part of the magic of Dr. Mario was the Nintendo franchise, the characters we know and love, the catchy tunes, and that typical Nintendo attention to detail. Not to mention those pesky but lovable viruses. So any suggestions that replace our favorite mobile doctor won't quite capture the same magic, but if you're desperate for some match 3 goodness, then these games can be great, time-wasting alternatives. First up we have Bejeweled. This is the grandfather of match 3 games. This game is a classic, but might feel a little stale if you're used to some of the other games on this list. Still, you can't go wrong with an original. Next we have the inevitable Candy Crush Saga. The mother of match 3 games for mobile, if you enjoy match 3 games, then you most likely already have this one downloaded, but you can't go wrong with this pick. With over 2,000 levels and a ton of variety, the only negative might be the occasional promotion, or if you're just not a fan of the it's a small world, sickly sweet confectionery aesthetic. But this Old Faithful is a must-play for a reason. Next up is Best Fiends. This is one I'm currently addicted to in lieu of my old standby Dr. Mario World, and this game has a similar matching concept but requires a bit more strategy and asks the player to accomplish different goals for each stage. I'm loving it so far and highly recommend. My only negatives are the plethora of pop-ups, campaigns, and sales that the app is always running, which also requires frequent updates. This just causes a lot of visual clutter on the main login and map screen, but it's easily avoided and probably a necessary evil for most mobile games, as we can see with the sealed fate of our favorite doctor. I don't love the monster bug theme, but the levels and worlds have been interesting and it's a challenging play, which I think is a good thing. Unlike Candy Crush, you're also almost never forced to stop playing because of failing levels, as there are just so many different ways to earn time due to all the constant promotions, so there's one good thing about them. Both of the next 2 games come highly recommended, but aren't games I have played extensively myself. That being said, they seem pretty similar to most in the genre, and it likely comes down to your preference on aesthetics. Are you a huge Wizard of Oz fan, or do you prefer to hang with cartoon animals in a French boulangerie? The choice is yours. And that's really all we have today. Thanks to contributors at the Super Mario Wiki, mariowiki.com, for some of the information that we've been able to pull for this video. Rest in peace, Dr. Mario. Your time was too short. All jokes aside, if you found this video entertaining, interesting, learned something new, maybe you found an alternative to Dr. Mario World in one of the games I mentioned before, please like, share, smash, subscribe, do all of the things. I'm Stormy with Fusspot Gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!